It's the Totally Real Talk Show. Today's topic, impact of technology introduced at an early age. Technology is an essential piece to the modern day human. It has brought new opportunities such as creating new jobs and creating a new way of communication, bringing more and more people together. But along with these new advancements, technology has replaced certain things. Instead of getting a toy this Christmas, kids are now getting brand new iPads and new iPhones. And instead of getting a girlfriend, boys are now spending more time on their computers. To hook a child to technology at such an early age is problematic. It can alter the development of certain social skills and overall harm the child. Multiple experts around the world propose a solution to this situation, and the solution is to simply just starve children of all technology. Their source of inspiration? Local Amish community. Here we have one of those experts, a self-proclaimed specialist in children, Jeff. Oh my gosh. It seems like we have gotten the wrong kind of specialist in children. The actual one's with our co-host. I deeply apologize.
Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Matthew.
How have you been? With all the pandemic, COVID stuff, how have you been?
I've been pretty good, just been at home.
It's good. I've been pretty good. So I heard you're an expert. What do you specialize in?
Well, I specialize in technology and the youth of America.
It's nice. Do you have any background education, college or anything?
Well, I've had this phone for about 4 years now, and I was a kid at one point in my life, so I know everything there, is to know.
All right. So, I heard you along with other experts, you guys are predicting of removing, technology just as a whole. And you say that it'll benefit but other future generations as well. How are you going to do that?
Well, it's easy actually because, facts have proven that, the 5G towers and the telecommunication waves, they cause a lot of negative effects. One of those being, the COVID-19 or the coronavirus.
Wait, hold on. How do you have any evidence of that? How do you know that the 5G signals cause COVID-19? How do you have proof of that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. My buddy, he runs a Facebook page, right? Really, really intelligent guy. He does a lot of research. And he says a lot of things the government won't tell you and the government doesn't want you to know. And he had a really, really great post about the 5G towers and the COVID. And I put my full trust in him.
That explains it. You do realize that we're currently using technology to communicate right now. Well, that was definitely something different, but I'm sure you know something, Kevin. Lay it on me.
But in actuality, technology can have a negative impact if introduced to children at an early age. Research done by actual specialists at the Western Governors University say that an introduction to technology at an early age affects the attention span. It causes a lower attention span, stating that technology moves fast. Instant responses and instant gratifications are impacting spans for young children and teenagers alike. This might explain why my ex moved on so fast. I guess you're just a big fan of technology, right? Early introduction to technology can also create an increased risk of lack of privacy. The same research done by the Western Governors University claimed that due to kids growing up in a technological world, the idea of privacy is somewhat foreign to them. Though this doesn't really only apply to children, this can also apply to your grandparents who just post a little bit too much on Facebook. Like, congrats on the colonoscopy, Pop, but I don't want to imagine how that looks like. I didn't need to know that. Continue on the topic of privacy. The same university claims that hackers and criminals can utilize technology to create new identities and basically steal information from children. Then adds, technology has created an increase of theft, privacy issues, harassment, and more. This is complete nonsense. Only a child would willingly give information to a stranger on the internet. Oh, well, hold on. It seems like a Nigerian prince is contacting me. Oh, he seems to be in a lot of trouble. The same research also suggests that technology may affect a child's health, such as obesity. The same research suggests that children now spend more time inside of their phones and tablets instead of going outside and playing and exercising. But in all honesty, I don't see the correlation. Oh, wait.
That's not true.
Social skills can also be affected by early use of technology. Researchers state that with more and more time spent on technology, younger children are having issues with face-to-face social interactions. Things have gotten so bad to just have a face-to-face social interaction, you have to wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart. And they go on to say that many seem to prefer to text or talk on social media as opposed to talking to each other in person. Well, I don't know about you, but having the power to easily ignore someone, that seems like a blessing from the gods. You're basically the Thanos of the conversation, but instead of controlling the universe and killing like half of the population, you control the conversation and you can easily ignore someone on text. You can ignore that annoying aunt you have and that keeps texting you through WhatsApp. You know, it doesn't seem like such a bad thing. Technology can also be used for education. Research done by the National Education Association states that the use of technology and its efficiency depend on whether the teacher is comfortable with using the technology at all. It makes sense, since most teachers were born in the era of the telegraph, and if it were up to that one nice old substitute teacher, we would still be using hieroglyphics. At least it's not as confusing as calculus. But not everything is negative about the early introduction to technology. Another solution actual professionals suggest is for parents to responsibly monitor the child's use of technology, not to create an over-reliance on such devices. Studies show an early introduction to technology has its upsides as well. Such positive impacts vary from improvement in development such as multitasking and visual spatial intelligence. It can also improve decision making. Studies find that games on apps and tablets or smartphones can help give children the practice they need to find success along the road. When students wisely use technology, they reap huge rewards. If technology is really beneficiary and improved decision making, then I know some people who desperately need it. In reality, technology is only harmful if it's used in excess. The same rule can be applied to everything, but especially with technology. To ban the use of technology for children is a little bit extreme, especially in the digital age. But to restrict the time they use their devices and carefully track and manage the content on their phones is much more reasonable, and it's the best route to take. Technology has its pros and cons. Like, come on Apple, iPhones are cool and all, but do you really need to release 3 of them in the same year? Like, just take my money and leave. Technology opens a gate to communication across the world, opens a vast and open space for knowledge and education, and if done correctly, can benefit future generations. But the key word is done correctly. Thank you.
Welcome. That was really interesting. Actually, it was really informative. You know, technology just isn't the future anymore. It's the now.
I don't know. That sounds like a lot of fake news to me. And now that I think about it, I have information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.